Hey everybody, welcome to your second session of patterning. I'm gonna go over last week because if you didn't do it, you need to do it. And if you didn't see it, then you need to see it. So last week's patterning was kind of put your bottom up against the door, left hand out in front of you. And when you get to the top of the swing, rotation happens from your body, and your palm and your forearm don't rotate. They stay pointed skyward and at your head at the top of your swing. Okay, so that was our patterning from last week. And then when you transition with the forearm moving towards the target. So there's no rotation from here. So last week's point was a lot of people, they rotate more from their arm than they do from their body. And if your body doesn't rotate, then something has to rotate, so then your arm has to rotate. So here is this week's patterning. We're gonna talk about shoulder pattern and how the shoulders work in the golf swing. So when I make a good golf swing, my shoulders in the backswing, I start out fairly level. As I get to the top, they have some tilt. And everybody gets close on this one, not all the way, but pretty close. But here's where people mess up. When I transition, I'm trying to get back to my setup position essentially. So my shoulders should rotate level. So see how I'm on the horizon now? And then post impact, they go back into tilt. What I see a lot of people do is they'll go and they'll tilt and then they tilt again. A lot of times this is in an effort to get the club swinging kind of on plane or being able to swing inside out. That's not what happens. So when I swing, I go from tilt to on the horizon and then back to tilt in the finish. And here's why that's important. Is when I make my backswing and I have a little bit of tilt, if I transition with tilt, the club actually steepens, okay? I can get it kind of under plane, but it's really late, and then I'm stuck and I end up flipping. If I get to the top, and I have my tilt, and then I transition on the horizon, then see how my shaft shallows? This is what allows the club to swing more inside out or on plane. So here is your patterning drill. Is we're gonna take last week's pattern, bottom up against the wall, left hand out, go to the top of your backswing with some shoulder tilt, forearm and palm towards your head, and then I want you to transition pretty aggressive, but on the horizon. So belt line, tummy, hips, everything on the horizon. So see how I'm now on the horizon? And I'm getting ready to really be able to smack the ball. So I'm gonna go to the top with some tilt, and I'm gonna rotate on the horizon. Top with tilt, rotate on the horizon. And then once you get a feel for that, drop the lead arm, put your trail arm here, kind of a lot of lag. Now, this is gonna be your post impact, create tilt again. And if you notice, opposite of what we did on the backswing, or symmetry of what we did on the backswing, forearm and hand back towards the head. We don't wanna see a lot of rotation from your arm. So I go tilt, horizon, tilt. So that's gonna be your new patterning. So everything's gonna stem off of that very first week. So make sure that you do the first week so you can do the second week, so you can do the third week, so you can do the fourth week. Cool? All right, see y'all.